In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the simple health system that you need to go from average health to the top 1 to 5%. If you do this for 30 days, it will be absolutely amazing for you. You'll have better sleep, better energy, better skin, and a body that can actually respond to you in the gym. Now, in this video, I've put what I think are the 3 most important things when it comes to being a healthy person. Now, when it comes to being in the top 1 to 5% of guys, it's really not that hard because the average person is really not healthy at all. We know in America that 75% of people in this country are either overweight or obese, which is insane. And now they've actually upped the number of people that have a disease from 60 to 75%. So it's really not that hard to get into the top 1% as a guy in terms of health. And in this video, if you can follow these 3 things that I'm going to give to you, you will easily be able to get there. The first thing that you must do if you want to have the best health possible is you need to start eating only whole foods with only one ingredient. Absolutely no processed garbage, no soda, no any fast food at all, no processed sugar, no any kind of drinks in a can, none of that. Now, chances are you're probably eating a lot of processed food right now, foods in packages, bread, seed oils, etc. So we're gonna do something that's called the 80-20 rule to get you locked in off the start. Now, what is the 80-20 rule in terms of health, in terms of eating whole foods? 80% of what we eat is gonna be whole foods, high quality, healthy foods. And then the 20% of what we are eating is going to be more fun foods to keep us from relapsing on this diet, to keep us sane, because chances are you're going to have withdrawals. You're addicted to this diet and you can't just go full cold turkey, 100%. Having a bad diet to having a completely 100% good diet is just not really realistic for the average person. But if you can do this, I encourage you to go 100%, just completely quit if you can do that, if you're the type of person that can do that. But the 20% is going to be fun foods for you, foods that will keep you on the diet but aren't necessarily bad. Like you might have like a little somewhat healthy ice cream here and there. You might have like a little somewhat healthy energy drink here and there. These are kind of like fun foods that keep you sane, but you should know that you should not be having any kind of like fun, unhealthy foods. That is not ideal, and that will not get you to the top 1%. You need to be eating 100% clean, healthy foods, and if you do that, you will feel the best as well. And when we are eating whole foods, we want to make sure that every single meal has a ton of protein, because we need to be hitting our body weight in protein. That is what is healthiest. That is what will make us feel the best. That is what will fix our health issues, whether we are skinny fat, we have low energy, brain fog, we're not seeing results in the gym. It's because we are not eating whole foods, we're eating processed foods, and because we're not getting enough protein. We need to be getting our body weight in protein, so we must include meat, like some kind of meat, some kind of protein source in every single meal. And our carb source, we need to get our carb source in check. We're not going to be having any kind of processed cereal, oats, bread, American bread, donuts, any kind of crap like that. We are completely cutting out, and we are only going to be having rice and potatoes. Those are like the only clean carbs that are you should be having. Those are the healthiest ones. And of course, fruit. We want to be having a ton of fruit. Fruit is going to hydrate us. It is fun. I really enjoy eating fruit. Fruit is amazing. It has a ton of nutrients, and it's going to hydrate you. And then, of course, we're going to be cutting the obvious poisons when we are eating whole foods. For example, seed oils. We want to be completely cutting seed oils. You've probably heard seed oils are bad, and that is true. Seed oils are insanely processed, industrially processed oils. They have hexane, deodorizing, chlorine, superheated, it's rancid, it's in a ton of microplastics. It is so bad, so unideal, and most restaurants are cooking in this oil, so beware of that. This one is obvious, but limit your alcohol intake, if not completely cut it out, because alcohol is probably the most unhealthy thing that you could possibly do other than consuming seed oils. Alcohol is just the list on alcohol of how bad it is and how much it hurts our bodies is just so long, and it is rather frightening. So completely cut out the alcohol. What are you doing? Stop drinking alcohol. The second thing that is instantly going to boost our health and get us closer to the top 1% is our sleep. Now, I myself have amazing sleep. Every single night I get 8.5 hours of actually being asleep, not time in bed. Time in bed and time asleep are completely different, but more on that in a second. Here you can see from screenshots from my Whoop of how good my sleep actually is. I'm getting 100% sleep scores, which is insane. That is like world-class, top 1% sleep, Brian Johnson level sleep. That's amazing. Now, how do we get the best sleep possible? Let's go into this. Number one, having the same sleep window every single night. So what is the sleep window? The sleep window is the time out of the 24 hours of the day that you are going to sleep. And most of you, your guys' sleep windows is all over the place. Like you're going to bed and you're waking up at completely different times throughout the day. I swear this is one of the most important things when it comes to fixing your sleep and having good sleep. So our sleep window, we want to be going to bed at the exact same time every single night, around 15 minutes in a 15-minute window. So for example, if my bedtime is 9 p.m., I need to be going to bed within 15 minutes of 9 p.m. every single night. And that is going to dial in our circadian rhythm, our body's internal clock, and it's going to make you automatically start to get sleepy at this time. And then we're going to wake up at the same time every single day. So let's say we wake up at 6 a.m. every single day, like 7 a.m. And our body's naturally going to wake us up at this time because we have got the amount of rest that we need. And this is the time that we always wake up. Now you can set an alarm to set this in your body, and I would recommend that you do that. But I personally don't need an alarm because I wake up automatically at this time because my circadian rhythm is so set to this time frame. But yeah, set an alarm so you wake up at that time. Next for sleep is food and caffeine. For food, we want to have our last meal at 6 p.m. no later because we don't want to be digesting food while we are sleeping. We want our body's energy to go through sleep and recovery, not digestion. And then our caffeine intake, we want to have our caffeine like this. We want to have under 300 milligrams of caffeine per day, and we want to have all of our caffeine before noon, 12 p.m. That is the cutoff because caffeine has quite a long half-life, and if you're having caffeine past noon, it's still going to kind of be in your system when it is time for you to go to bed, which is not what you want. That will make it harder for you to fall asleep. So we're going to have all of our caffeine in the morning. And then you've probably heard this before, no bright screens 60 minutes before bed because your eyes are sensing the light, which is telling your brain that it is daytime, and that is not what we want when it is time to go to bed. And then our bedroom setup. We want to be sleeping in a cold bedroom around 16 degrees Celsius, like 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That is perfect. And we want it to be dark. We want the room to be completely dark so we're not getting any lights in our eyes when we are sleeping, and we want the room to be quiet. We don't want to be hearing any noises while we are sleeping, and we should have a fan on for white noise. And that right there is how you have perfect sleep, top 1% sleep. If you do what I just said, if you follow that exactly, your sleep will be absolutely insane. And sleep will have loads of benefits on our health in general, like literally better everything, better energy, better cognition, better skin, better decisions, better mood. Everything is improved with sleep. And the third thing to be in the top 1% of health is to lift weights, but also do cardio. Now I know what you're thinking, oh no, I don't want to do cardio. And I myself didn't do cardio for my most of my weightlifting career, but once you do cardio, you can't really go back because there are quite a lot of benefits to doing cardio. So if you're not lifting weights right now, get in the gym, start lifting weights. What are you doing? Train the muscle. And then for our cardio, we want to split this up like 75% of our cardio in zone 2 and the rest in like a higher zone of heart rate. So like more intense cardio. For our zone 2 cardio, we can do this like on a bike. We could do this like on an uphill walk. we can get like over 10,000 steps per day. That is great. That's good movement. That's good light movement. And that's going to significantly help us live longer. But for our more intense cardio, we want to be getting in like the 150 heart rate zones plus. That is what higher intense cardio is. So some examples for this are going for a run, training jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, MMA, kickboxing. All of those I just listed will have you in like a higher intensity cardio zone, which is perfect for your heart health, your bodily health, and it will help you live longer. So those are the three main things that you must be doing if you want to have top 1% health and you want to be absolutely as healthy as possible. Now, of course, there are a lot more things that you can be doing to have the best health possible, like cutting out toxins, adding in this, adding in that, stop doing this, stop doing that. And if you want to know what those things are, go check out my YouTube channel. I have a ton of other videos about health, various health topics, how to have the best this, how to have the best that, what does this mean, what does that mean. So go check out my YouTube channel. It will be very helpful for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got value out of it, and I hope you're going to apply these things and become an absolutely healthy person, become a beast. So subscribe to my YouTube channel and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.